So when we think of an interception, as somebody just said for football, whenever we think of an intercept, we think of when two lines cross each other. Whenever you think of an intersection with roads, it's when two roads meet. All right? So today we're going to be talking about intercepts. As far as football goes, an interception is when you're trying to throw it in a straight line to your own team. Let's say you're on team X, and then somebody comes by on team Y and catches the ball. So something from the other team, something from the other side has an interception. Okay? So today, I was Carl this morning. I think. Ooh. No. Duan. That's what it sounded like when you said. It's French. I guess. I don't know. So intercepts. And you guys have is it a 4? Thank you. There, you guys have a 4 there. So intercepts. The blank is the X value, which a line crosses on the graph. So the blank is the X-intercept. The X-intercept is the X value. Why are you sitting back there if you have to squint from back there? Come up closer. Intercept. X-intercept. Really bad handwriting. The X-intercept. Yeah, that's why people squint, because they see perfectly. No. X-intercept. And naturally, what do you think is going to be this next one? Y-intercept. The Y-intercept is the X, or the Y-intercept is the Y value in which the line crosses on the graphs. Yes, sir.
My mom, last night, she was helping me out. She did two boxes, and then
Girls, quiet.
I'm supposed to make the leads up on that side to that side.
I'm sorry, Maddie and Michaela were talking. I couldn't hear you.
Since there's those two dots, are you supposed to make them meet together? Is there one?
Holy cow, you just said a lot. Yeah, all I heard is likes. Let me get there. I think you're talking about, we're going to do when lines intersect and how to find it. We're doing that on Wednesday. So we are going to find out on this line, where is the X and the Y axis? So this is just find the coordinate spots of the X and Y axis. So we have the X-intercept equals, what is the X-intercept? Where does it cross the X axis? Yes, sir. JT.
-4.
What are the coordinates?
-4, 0.
-4, 0. Correct. -4, 0, and just as a review, -1, 2, 3, 4, and it's 0 on the y-axis. Excuse me. Then we have, am I recording? Yes. Y-intercept. What are the coordinates of the y-intercept? 0, 2. Okay, Ensley? 0, 2. 0, 2. What do you notice about a possible pattern here, or something you can recognize? X-intercept, -4, 0. Y-intercept, 0, 2. Yeah.
They both have zeros.
Excuse me. Yes, they both have zeros in it. What else did you notice about it? Good. They both have zeros every time. JT? Okay, that's coincidental. That's a good observation, but I'm talking more broad, more general. Every one that you do tonight on homework is going to be pretty quick. Yeah. Yes. Linear equations are. Yes. Good. And you all know this from seeing this right now, but Josh was just able to put it into words. Look how we're talking about the X-intercept and look what the Y is during the X-intercept. What is it? 0. Look at the Y-intercept and look what X is. 0. So whenever you're on the line, if you're talking about one of the intercepts, the other coordinate spot, so if you're talking about Y, X is going to be 0. If you're wondering about the X, the Y is going to be 0. Right? To find the X-intercept of any equation, set the Y value equal to 0. Then substitute. I'm going to add a little bit more. Then substitute. Then substitute. And we're going to highlight that because that's one of the things that you want to memorize for Friday's test. You sure do, unless you're in the yearbook or you're not going to be here Friday. That means you're going to be taking the test Thursday. So that's something we need to memorize. So let's find the X-intercept of y equals 3x minus 6. We're finding the X-intercept. So since we're talking about x, what is going to be 0 in our coordinate? Y, exactly. So I can already do something 0. So we're looking for the number that's going to go in right here. So I'm going to substitute 0 in for the y value. So this guy is going to become 0. We have 0 equals 3x minus 6. Yes, sir? X does equal 2. And because I get 50% off my homework if I don't show my work, we're going to work that out. All right? So I'm just solving for x now. This is something that we've already had on 3 different tests. 3 different tests. So I have to undo what's happening to x. So I need to solve for x by the reverse order of operations. Subtraction comes first. So I have plus 6 because that's an inverse operation, which leaves me with 6 and 3x. Now, if you're listening or watching this, the reason why I'm shooting through this quick is because my kids know this and they should know this. And if they don't, they can look back in their previous videos because this is what we have to do on the test. So then I have 6 equals 3x. I'm just coming up here for space reasons. 2 equals x. So I can substitute this guy over there from where we started. So the ordered pair is 2, 0. That's where the x crosses, or that's where the line of y equals 3x minus 6 crosses the x-axis. Yes, sir?
Why did we do that
Because while it makes sense to you, I know for a fact that there are at least 7 students that just did that didn't get any of those right on the test.
That's me.
And here's another reason why we did that whole thing. Is because Mr. Smith needs to know that you know how to do this.
But how do we do this right?
You're not learning to know, you're learning to grow. This right here you will never use. It's very slim chance you will ever use this outside of school, but the bottom line is, by teaching you this, you're teaching your brain how to problem solve, cognitive mapping, so you can imagine how this is going to go, and also mathematical reasoning. Huh? I'm not saying we're learning how to do 512 times 30. That's different. Okay? The difference is you're not learning to use this in a year. You're learning so your brain can use its ability to problem solve your whole life. Yes?
You have to change the variable to 0.
Have to change the variable to 0?
Like in that you had.
You mean, do I have to follow what this says? All right, stick with me. Another one. Whoops. Whoa, wait a second. Did I skip a whole page? Hold on. When I was... Hold on, let me freeze this so we don't get... What is... Hold on, just... Yeah, I missed a page. This might be interesting. Well, all right, let's try this again. Okay, here we go. Missing page 2. Okay. All right. Now we. Oh. The next page says, hey guys, thanks for your patience. The next page says, this is it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And the third page. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, now we got it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your patience there. All right, back to the action. Outcast is everlasting. All right, find the X-intercept of this different equation, this linear equation, which is y equals 3 plus 0.5x. Let's zoom in a little bit here. What are we trying to find? We're trying to find x, so that means that y is going to be 0. So we have 0 equals 3 plus 0.5x. When we're trying to find the x-intercept, yes. We'll find out. So I'm going to solve this equation by getting x by itself, minus 3, so we have negative 3 equals 0.5x. I'm going over here for space reasons. Negative 3 equals 0.5x. I'm going to divide by 0.5, and I know that when I divide by half, it's just like multiplying by 2. Why is it every time I turn around, I see your ear rather than your face looking at the board? Yeah. Face forward. Negative 6 equals x. So I have negative 6 and 0. Yes, sir.
So if you already have x, what's the point of finding? How come you got negative 6x? You do y. You can't find y.
Can you say that again?
Wait, if you have x already, then why can't you find y?
We are.
Well, you already have negative 0. You already have 0.
That's the only way you can find it.
And 2.5x. Oh. Okay.
Let's go the other way. Let's go the other way now. To find the y-intercept, set the x value to 0, then substitute. And I'm going to highlight this because that's something I need to memorize for Friday's test. So now it's the other way around. When I'm looking for y, I put x as 0. Yes, sir? Yes, it is the last test of the year. We still be doing work next week and even through the last day of school. However, this is the last chapter test. So this one is worth a whole week of homework assignments. So this is the best way for people who are doing poorly to kick your grade up a bunch. All right, find the y-intercept. So as it says above it, since we're trying to find the y, that means that the x is going to be 0. These ones are so simple. These ones are so much easier and faster. Boom. What's 3 times 0? 0. So here's our answer. Y equals -6. Yes, sir? No. 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 We'll talk about that when we're not. Okay, so I found that my x value is 0 and my y value is -6. That's the ordered pair that the y-intercept. Here's another quick one. Find the y-intercept of 3 plus 0.5x. I'm going to take this guy and make it 0. Y equals 3 plus 0.5 times 0. Y equals 3. The ordered pair is 0, -3. Oh. Yes, ma'am.
How come for the 3 plus, wait.
How'd that get negative? And it's going to come together right now. Thank you for calling Scott Smith. This is room 307. How can I help you? Wonderful. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Here. All right. Yes, sir. I fixed it. I had a -3 there, so if you were writing verbatim, I said it wrong. All right. So now we are going to use what we just did. The last 4 examples we just did, we're going to put those together so it's going to look just like how your homework is. Okay? And I need to move this. Yes. When you have two, you give me 2 options and they're both yes. No, I don't do it to be smart. It's like, are you sitting and also in math? Yes. Or are you sitting or in math? Yes. So we already have the points. Now look at the examples that we did. These 2 equations are what we did. We found the X-intercept and the Y-intercept for both of those. The reason it's kind of a weird order is because we found both of the Y-intercepts and then we found both of the X-intercepts, or vice versa. So what is the X-intercept for the equation y equals 3x minus 6? What did you guys find on the previous pages? I want you all to look for it, because I need you to get familiar with your own notes so you can kick butt on this test on Friday. Yes, sir? 2, 0. 2, 0. And what is the y-intercept of that equation that we found in the previous pages? Somebody else, because I want you all looking through your notes, because you should be going through that and familiarizing yourself with it, so when we're studying and stuff, you can find it. Mr. Watson.
But you switch them. It's supposed to be y is 2, 0, and then yes, it is. X is -4 and 0.
What's the y-intercept there, Trey?
0, -6.
0, -6. So I'm going to graph this now. Remember, JT, when we're dealing with the intercepts, whatever one is 0, it's the other one where it goes on the line. So I'm going to plot these out. I have 0, 2, 0, and then the other one is 0, -6. Okay, I'm going to take my school-issued straight edge, which is my ID that I'm wearing, as you guys should also have it as well, according to this district handbook, and I'm going to draw my straight line. So we've drawn our line. We've drawn our line for that one. So we just found out that that is the slope of the equation, or not the slope, sorry, that's the line for the equation y equals 3x minus 6. Now, as it says right above it, let's go back to blue. As it says right above it, view 100, to plot the given points and check your solution by selecting an ordered pair on the line. So we are going to pick a number. or an ordered pair. Can you pick up your head, please? We are going to pick a number that the line falls on. So if we're looking at this graph here, everybody, let's pick a spot that it looks like the line goes through it. Pick a spot, a coordinate location, where it looks like the line goes straight through it. Drake. 1, -3. Let's try it out. I'm going to draw an open circle here so we can see that that's what we chose. So we think 1, -3, question mark. So as it says above it, we are going to substitute those two numbers into our original equation. If we've done this correct, we will have a true statement at the end. What is he talking about? Let's substitute him in there. So we have y value is -3. Here, I'm going to redraw it. So we have y equals 3x minus 6, right? Yeah. Okay, 3x minus 6. So I'm going to substitute these guys in here. So I take my -3, put that in my x. So I have -3 equals 3 multiplied by 1 minus 6. So I have -3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 6 is -3. Is it a true statement that -3 is equal to -3? We did it right. Yeah.
Why did you just pick a random?
Because that's what it told me to do right here. Plot the given points and check your solution by selecting a ordered pair on the line.
Also,
Yes.
finding the coordinates, all of them have 0 in them, but so x would be, if you're trying to find x, you have 0 for the first number.
No. If you're looking for x, y will be 0. If you're looking for y, x will be 0. It's the opposite. All right, we're making great time. Let's continue trucking away. For this equation that we've already found the x and the y-intercept on your previous pages, Maddie, what is the x-intercept of that equation on your previous pages? What did we find? It's the y equals 3 plus 5.5x. -6, 0. Cool, thank you. All right, what is the y-intercept, Ms. Hanks? For this one here that you found on the previous page. Actually, is it a previous page or is it on that same page? What is the y-intercept of y equals 3 plus 0.5x? Zero what? 0, 3. Okay? So let's plot those points. We have -6, 0, -6, 0, and 0, 3. I know that my slope is positive because it's going from bottom left to upper right. Let's go pretty in pink. I can do a better job than that. There. Draw. So what point are we going to test to see if it goes through there? Braden, what do you think? Negative. No, it's going to be some but. -2, 2. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Good choice. What would you have chosen, Drake? Okay. Anybody else would have chosen something else? What do you think? -4, 1. Okay, we could have done that as well. We're not going to because that wasn't Martinez. 2, 4. Okay, could have been that one. It looks like it could have come here too. Oops. All right, so let's try it. So, -2, 2, question mark. So we're going to substitute it in for the original like we did before. We have y equals 3 plus 0.5x. Substitute them in. We have 2 equals 3 plus 0.5 multiplied by 2. Yes, the cell. Yes, you're right. It should be -2. Yeah, x is -2. There. Thank you. So we have 2 equals -1. So what's 3 plus -1? 3 plus -1, yeah. 2 equals 2. Is that true?
Yeah.
So I go ching, got it. One possibility question mark, one we're looking for?
Yeah.
No, remember we had this one circled? We had this one circled?
-4, 1.
-4, 1 would also work.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter which one
As long as it, goes through exactly where one of the coordinates intercept.
Okay.
Actually, it'd be any number on there. It could go into like the 100,000ths, but we can't measure that accurately. All right. Hard stuff over. Let's make it easier. Literally, yay. Look, a quick way to graph a line. Yay!
So happy I made it.
This is the slope intercept form. This is the slope intercept form where M, did everybody get the stuff above it copied down, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys write pretty quick. The M represents the slope. The M represents the slope. The B represents the Y-intercept. The B equals is the Y-intercept. This is going to go so quick. Yes?
If Y-intercept is equal, what's Y?
0.
Y is the Y coordinate at that point. Don't confuse Y-intercept with Y. Because Y and X change no matter where you are on the line, but the Y-intercept always stays the same. Ooh, let's see how well we're getting the idea of a graph. What kind of lines do not cross the Y-intercept? What? Vertical lines, yeah. Yep. So let's do this in the form. So we have, this is the slope, which remember is rise over run. From last night's homework. Actually, it was Friday and Saturday and Sunday night's homework.
I jumped Thursday.
Good. And this here is going to be the Y-intercept. So I know that because my Y-intercept is -1, it crosses the Y at -1, or 0, -1. That's where it's going to cross the line. You crossed the line. Then I have 2. What is 2 as a fraction? 2 over 1, which is rise over run. So I just go 1, 2 over 1. 1, 2 over 1. 1, 2 over 1. Get these out of here. I don't need them anymore. Look at how quick this is going, you guys. This is amazing. Do you agree that rise over run is slope? Do you recall from Thursday's lesson where we had change in y over change in x is slope. Do you remember that? So how much is y changing when the slope is 2? So the y value is changing 1, 2, while the x changes over 1. So it's change in y over change in x is 2 over 1. But you still need to know how to do it the hard way, because that need to demonstrate that you know you graduated from it. Let's do another one. Because we want to make sure you have the understanding as to how and why before you understand what to do. How and why rather than just what. So what is my slope for this guy? What's my slope here? No. Our slope is 0? What is m in this? Yeah. True. But in this situation, what is my m, which is my slope? What is m? Yeah. M is 1. Because what's 1 times x? X. 1 multiplied by x is x. So what is my y-intercept? 4. Beautiful. So I go to 4, 0. Sorry, 0, 4. I'm sorry, 0, 4. I misspoke. 0, 4, and my slope is going to be rise over run, and I'm going to make this into a fraction. So I go up 1 to the right 1. 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 And I'm going to make it pink. Let's see here. There. Because all you really need are just 2 points. In order to make a line, you just need 2 points. Okay? I want, well, what do you notice about this one? Y is not by itself. So what's the first thing I have to do, Miss Lily?
Make it on the outside by using the, what's it called? I know this. No, I don't.
Intercept form of y equals mx plus b. So I need to make it y equals mx plus b. I have negative 2x plus y is equal to 3. What's the most efficient way to do that? Can someone help me out? Martinez?
Subtract the y, so you have 3 minus y on one side.
Okay, we can actually do it in one step. That would be 2 steps. Subtracting the y and then subtracting the 3. Yeah. Add 2x to each side.
But can you add 2x to something that's not x?
Nope. No, you cannot. That's why it becomes 2x plus 3. They're still not like terms. Because you agree that 3 plus 2x is the same as 2x plus 3? It is, yep. The commutative property of addition. So now we're going to be, now that we have it in slope intercept form, I know that my b value is plus 3, so I'm going to be here. And my slope is going to be 2 from there. So I'm going to go, my rise over run is 2 over 1, up 1, 2, over 1. Up 1, 2, over 1. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the first part?
Because slope intercept form, that plus 3.
Never mind, I got the same thing.
Cool.
I'm just doing it the wrong way.
Gotcha. Let's go blue. Not perfect, but what do you mean? Oh yeah. Okay, next to last one. Here's another one that doesn't have y by itself. And the reason we do these is because this is going to be situations like that in the homework. We need to make it into the y equals mx plus b form. And in order to do that, we got to do some solving or some moving around while still staying true to algebra. Is that my h?
Up there. Is that me or A?
It's a, well,
I don't know. Would it be logically or logically? Or it's just
logically. So, first thing I'm going to do is backwards order of operations. Yes, sir. Add 9 to each side. This is a two-step equation. I have to do order of operations backwards. Equals 2x plus 9. Then I have to divide both sides by 3. I have to divide both sides by 3 because y is being multiplied by 3. Yes, sir.
Can you do like divide like 9 and 3, like divide that by 3, multiply that by 3,
Divide it by 3.
divide by 3,
Joe?
Can you scroll back up just a little bit?
So when I do this, if I separate those two out, I can do 2/3 x plus 9 over 3. And 9 over 3 equals 3. So I have 2/3 x plus 3. Ugh.
Why 2/3 X? Oh.
Because 2x divided by 3 is 2/3 x. So my... Oh, wait. You guys finish that.
So would the coordinate be 0, 3?
Yes, 0, 3, because our b is plus 3. So there's our point, and then we have to go rise over run, so we're going up 2 and to the right 3, because it's up 2 and to the right 3, because slope is rise over run. And we are rising 2, 1, 2, and jumping to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. Here's my next point. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Get my school issued straight edge. And there's my line. And we do not have time to do that, but it's just trying to get you to recognize y equals m x plus b. Yeah, and it'd be y equals $20 per day plus the $30 registration.